LPT I accidentally sent incest porn to my mother. Basically what the title says. My husband and I love to find horrible things on the internet to laugh at and be grossed out by. My mother had sent us a care package of Cinnabon for Easter, and I was texting her to thank her and tell her how much we loved it. At the same time I found an amusing post from this guy whose girlfriend caught him fucking his mother. Of course I wanted to show my husband right away, and the quickest way was to send him a link. I didn't think anything was wrong at first. I figured I didn't hear his text tone because he clicked the link right away. No idea why. I guess I got distracted by something else. I asked him what he thought of the story, and I figured it was an April Fool's joke when he said he never got it. On my iPhone it shows the top 3 people you text at the top with picture icons. I usually click the first picture because it's always my husband. To my horror I check the last person I texted and it was my mother. I freak out and immediately send a text telling her to not open the link and saying I was trying to make my husband laugh. I haven't heard from her since. Edit. Holy shit, never thought this would blow up the way it has. Thanks for all the awards. Comments are coming in faster than I can reply, but I'm reading all of them. Still no word from my mother. Edit 2. So I finally heard back from my mother. It wasn't that exciting actually. The text message I got was literally, "Okay, I'll skip it." So I guess everything worked out. She's coming to visit me in a month, so unless she decides to click the link between now and then, I think I'm safe. I'm not sure how many of you will see this, so I'm making an update post to make it easier for everyone. I have no idea which sub I'm on anymore. Check the sidebar, it even has instructions from /r/LPT. Just tell her you sent her a virus. If it's not too late, could try. Maybe with my luck she'll think it's spam or something. She's gonna bone your husband, be careful. Ha ha ha, she better not. Funnily enough, the last partner I had before my husband literally caught her topless like 5 separate times. He was not trying at all. It's a life pro tip to send incest porn to my family. Looks like I know how to repair my broken family relationships now. Thanks. The family that lays together stays together. LPT, today I fucked up by sending my 10-year daughter to school with an NSFL picture of a naked man. So this happened a couple days ago, April Fool's Day, but I'm still mortified by the whole thing and trying to figure out if/how I can repair my reputation. My 10-year-old daughter is super into Harry Potter right now. She just finished the 3rd book and was ready to start the next one, so she asks me if she can take my copy, that has been just sitting in a bookshelf for the last almost 20 years, to school with her to start reading it. Tell her yes, but let her know to be careful with it, as it was given to me as a gift by one of my professors from college and she had written me a note inside, so I didn't want it to get lost. Didn't think about it at all after that. When she gets home from school and I ask her how her day was, she gives me a strange look. She then proceeds to tell me that she found an inappropriate playing card in the book I let her borrow. Thoughtful face. Cards Against Humanity? No. I remember having a deck of cards with beer can pictures on the back a while ago. Maybe it was that? No. I ask her what it was and she tells me it was a card with a picture of a naked man on it. Flushed face. Then it dawns on me. Back in grad school, I had 2 female roommates and 1 year. I remembered they thought it would be hilarious to surprise me for my birthday by plastering laminated pictures of various naked and well-endowed men all over my bedroom and inside the shower. The part I didn't remember was that they also thought it would be funny to take an entire 52-card deck full of naked men playing cards and hide them in my stuff. It took me weeks to find, at least what I thought was, all of them. I was glad to not have to worry about dick pic cards falling out of my notebooks in class and in the lab, but I'm guessing I lost count and merely thought I'd found them all. I had all those thoughts in just a few seconds and figured that was it. She didn't seem too upset and I wanted to see how much damage control I had to do for my sweet daughter's innocent little mind, so I asked her to give me the card so I can see it, kinda hoping that she's playing an April Fool's prank on me, and she says she doesn't have it. The conversation went something like this: me, what do you mean you don't have it? Where is it? Innocent 10-year-old 10-year-old daughter, I threw it away dad. It was inappropriate. Me, you threw it away in school? Innocent 10-year-old daughter, yep. Me, okay. I hope nobody finds it. You didn't just put it on top of the trash where everyone else could see it, right? Innocent 10-year-old daughter, of course not. I crumpled it up and gave it to my teacher to throw away. She has to be messing with me. Me, why did you give it to your teacher? Did she see it? Why didn't you just keep it in the book or throw it away yourself? What if one of the other kids saw it? Exclamation mark. Innocent 10-year-old daughter, cues up the full-blown eye rolls. Dad, it was inappropriate and I didn't want to keep it, so I crumpled it up and gave it to my teacher. Me, frowning face. Innocent 10-year-old daughter, I told her I found something inappropriate in the book my dad of me and didn't want anyone else to find it, so I crumpled it up so no one would see and asked her to throw it away for me at the end of the day after everyone left. Don't worry, nobody else saw it. Now can I have some extra screen time on my phone, please? Me, frowning face, frowning face, frowning face, frowning face. My aunt, mother-in-law, and two sisters are all teachers. Teachers talk. I also know that there is a 0% chance the teacher didn't look at the random crumpled up card that one of her students handed her, told her was inappropriate, and asked her to wait until the end of the day to dispose of it for her. 0% chance of that! Exclamation mark. That's gotta be the longest setup for a prank in history. Now, I need to figure out if/how I can explain that this was not some sort of sick April Fool's joke I played on my 5th grader to her teacher before the next parent-teacher conference and hope child services doesn't show up at my door between now and then. The one silver lining about all of this happening during COVID is there are no field trips she'll be asking me to chaperone for because I'm pretty fucking certain I'm no longer on that list of approved parents. FML! Exclamation mark. Too long didn't read. Let my 5th grade daughter take my copy of Harry Potter to school where she finds a nude male playing card my roommate hid in it 20 years ago as a prank and she gives it to her teacher. Now her teacher thinks I play pervy April Fool's Day pranks on my daughter. Oh my god, I swear my roommate put the exact same pack of playing cards all over my stuff. I've never found all of them and I have moved since. I also sold some of my books. I fear someone will have opened one of those books and really questioned the sanity of the seller. I am so sorry for anyone I caused similar situations to. You most certainly did not find all of them, but if you have my luck, you'll find that out someday far in the future at a not so opportune time. Teacher here. 1. We absolutely do talk. 2. Just explain. 3. Your explanation will most likely give a few teachers something to smile about for a while. Maybe I should just send her a link to this post? Thoughtful face. I would go with the child told me there was something inappropriate in the book I picked up at Goodwill. So embarrassed story. Golly, thanks for the awards kind strangers. Nah. Go in confident and ask which picture the kid found this time. Was the dwarf saw the one with horse? Make that teacher think you are a proper degenerate. I mean, I also think you should reward/praise your daughter here. He found something inappropriate and gave it to a trusted adult. That's a really healthy thing to do, and personally I would give her props for how she handled the situation. She could have shared it with her friends, hid the information from you, been traumatized a bit, but she took really great steps to resolve something that made her uncomfortable. Props to parenting a confident kid. She's a great kid and always open with us. I told her I'm glad she made sure no one else saw it and that I was glad she told me about it. On the bright side, it wasn't a picture of you. Though I clearly don't remember the picture, I do remember the general theme of the card deck. I'm confident the man in that picture dwarfs me in every imaginable way. So yes, very thankful it wasn't a picture of me. Today I fucked up by forgetting today was April Fool's Day. My company used quarterly bonuses for reaching certain targets. We haven't hit any of these since COVID started, and we'd all accepted that we wouldn't be getting bonuses anytime soon. We're just grateful to still have jobs. Yesterday, March 31st, was Cesar Chavez Day, so my office was closed. I went into work to handle phone calls and got to take today, April 1st, off instead. Toward the end of the day, my boss called me and said that we actually met our target for the quarter and told me to add bonuses to everyone's checks. By then it was too late and direct deposit had already gone out. Then my boss told me to handwrite checks and leave them on everyone's desk, which is how I got paid when I first started with the company. Back then, we were in a tiny office in another part of town. We had a slightly different name and we didn't even have a logo. I wrote out the checks, as instructed, and went home to enjoy my day off. This morning I woke up to 27 missed calls and a bunch of angry texts. The texts said things like, "This is not funny, I actually got excited until I realized what day it was and you're a child." That's when it hit me. Everyone in the office has only ever worked in that office. They wouldn't recognize our old address and they're not used to getting handwritten checks. Now a bunch of people who have already had a tough year think I pranked them in a really messed up way. Too long didn't read. I used old checks to write company bonuses. Now everyone thinks I pulled the worst April Fool's prank in history. Edit, spelling. Now I'm trying to remember how many years it's been since I saw a check. My youngest co-worker is 24. She said she has written less than 3 checks in her entire life. I was scared the FU is that your boss was pulling an evil prank and you got sucked into it. Glad to discover it was a misunderstanding on your co-worker's parts and the bonuses were real. So wait. Were you pranked or did they really get the bonus? The bonuses were 100% real, but none of the newer employees knew what our checks looked like. Wow, for a second I thought this was going to be a story where your boss tried to prank you by telling you about the bonuses, not expecting you to actually follow through with the handwritten checks, only to later freak out that you actually did it and now everyone thinks they are getting bonuses when they actually aren't. No, nothing like that. The smart thing to do would have been to wait until the next pay period and issue a direct deposit. I think my boss was just excited that we had a strong quarter. Hey, if the checks were dated 3/31, the misunderstanding is even more their fault. Time to collect an apology beer from each co-worker. So, I dated the check April 1st because payroll was already closed for March. I didn't want to create any issues down the line.